Good afternoon, everyone, and Happy New Year. If you don't know who I am, I'm Art Dela Cruz, former Commissioner of District 2. Thank you. Before we get started today, I'd like to reflect briefly on what a truly special occasion this is. Today, 3 newly elected officials and 2 re-elected officials will be sworn in to serve the people of Bernalillo County. This is a big responsibility. The voters of Bernalillo County have chosen you to represent them as part of our grand experiment of American democracy. The people trust you and believe in you. And for me, the past 8 years have been an honor and a privilege that I will never forget. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of colors by the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department Honor Guard. The national anthem will be sung by Anna Grace Talbert, Commissioner Talbert's daughter, and her friend Brianna Enriquez.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, ladies. That was lovely. Next, we will have the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Samuel Drew Olmsted, grandson of incoming Clerk Linda Stover. Samuel?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Samuel.
Forward, march.
Thank you to our Bernalillo County Sheriff's Honor Color Guard. And at this time, we will have the invocation, which will be delivered by the Reverend Trey Hammond, pastor of La Mesa Presbyterian Church.
Please join me in prayer. Creator God, in the Christian tradition, we've just celebrated the birth of Christ, the Prince of Peace and the tangible embodiment of divine compassion and justice. as all the great faith traditions share the values of love, justice, and peace as your intention for human society, we ask that in the coming year we dedicate ourselves to bring those aspirations to reality. Be with the Bernalillo County Commissioners and other elected officials as they and their public office seek the well-being of all and pay special attention to those who are vulnerable or marginalized. To serve the community in this way is a great calling, God, and a high privilege, and we pray that you give them wisdom, compassion, and vision for their work. Specifically, may the seeds planted to rebuild the behavioral health system in the past few years continue to grow, that we not miss this opportunity to do something worthy and responsive to the great needs around us. And also, in a state where our diversity as a people is a great strength, may the county continue to welcome immigrants and refugees coming this way, seeking home. And finally, God, this day we pray for our democracy and its resiliency. Empower us as citizens to work towards more equity, accountability, and deepen relationships with one another. For when the leaders and their people are working towards fairness and inclusion, your reign on this earth is honored. May it be so in the coming year. We pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Hammond. Please be seated. And now it is my pleasure to introduce an old friend and colleague, County Manager Julie Baca.
Thank you, Commissioner De La Cruz. So good afternoon, everybody, and Happy New Year. And thanks for joining us here this afternoon at the historic Highland Theater. So I knew that I wanted this swearing in to be special and memorable because we're swearing in individuals taking offices that are of great significance and importance to our community. And we need to support them. We need to encourage them as they move forward, as they discharge their duties as elected officials, and making these hard decisions sometimes, but to make our community a better place. So I'd like to thank my wonderful assistant, Mark Chavez, for taking the lead on organizing this event. And Mark, can you please stand up? I also just want to take the opportunity to acknowledge a few other individuals from our Economic Development Department, Amanda Colburn. Amanda? From our Human Resources, Candace Sanchez. Our Cultural Services Department, Carrie Moritomo, and our Special Events staff. From our Facilities Department, Matt Zamora. Our Commission Administrator, Julie Ann Baca. They all get us confused, but she's Julie Ann Baca. We call her Julie Jr. Commission Liaison, Jennifer Milan. And I want to thank our General Services Graphics Department, and also from our Communications Department, our own Tia Bland, Andy Lenderman, and Larry Gallegos. I just wanted to acknowledge these people because without them, I mean, really, I couldn't do my job, and I'm so very blessed to work with each and every one of them. So on behalf of Bernalillo County, I want to extend my warm congratulations to each of our 5 elected officials being sworn in today, and I look forward with pride to work closely with each and every one of you to provide excellent public services for the families that we serve. So to our newly elected officials, I want to welcome you to Bernalillo County, so welcome. And to our 2 re-elected commissioners, I look forward to continuing our tremendous progress and positive working relationships. So I know that we're going to do a lot together. So I just want to thank you again and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. I have to echo those sentiments. And for our re-elected commissioners, they already know that we have a wonderful staff. And for our newly elected officials, you'll soon discover that. So thank you all employees of Bernalillo County. Well, again, thank you for joining us here this afternoon at the Highland Theater, which is a fantastic venue, which NDI uses every day for helping children. So let's give NDI a big round of applause, please. On behalf of Bernalillo County, I want to extend a warm congratulations to each of the 5 elected officials being sworn in today. Today, each of you will help to continue a rich and varied history. I'm sure many of you have heard of Bronco Bernie, the county's mascot. This idea comes from our county seal, which includes 8 sheep that represent the historic land grants that helped lay the foundation for what Bernalillo County is today: Pajarito, Alameda, Chilelí, and more. Later, Bernalillo County became one of the first counties established by the New Mexico Territorial Legislature in 1852. Today, we're the population center and economic driver of New Mexico. And other local governments look to us to lead by example with best practices, from open government to economic development and public safety. In closing, I look forward to working with each of you to provide excellent public service to the families that we serve. To our newly elected officials, welcome to Bernalillo County. And to our re-elected county commissioners, good luck in the work, the important work that you will be doing for all county residents. I know that you will make us proud. And again, thank you and congratulations. Now, I believe we have some dignitaries in the audience, if I can find my little list here. And I apologize in advance if I leave someone out. I believe we have New Mexico State Treasurer Tim Eichenberg, New Mexico State Senator Michael Padilla, former United States Ambassador Ed Romero, and Bernalillo County Sheriff Manuel Gonzalez III, County Commissioner Debbie O'Malley, Commissioner Wayne Johnson, Albuquerque City Councilor Ken Sanchez, and Albuquerque City Councilor Clarissa Peña. Also joining us today, we have Deputy County Manager Lisa Cedillo-White and Bernalillo County Deputy County Manager Greg Bearce. We also have Deputy County Manager Roger Paul, Bernalillo County Undersheriff Rudy Mora, and Bernalillo County Undersheriff Greg Reese. Also with us is Fire Chief Christopher Celaya and former State Secretary of New Mexico Clara Padilla Andrews. And our former Attorney General Gary King. Former New Mexico State Treasurer James B. Lewis. Former New Mexico State Representative and County Commissioner Linton Mallory. And former First Lady Clara Apodaca. And I believe we have also joined us MDC Jail Administrator Tom Ruiz. Now I'd like to welcome and introduce the judges that will administer today's ceremony. The Honorable Ted Baca, retired Chief Judge of New Mexico 2nd Judicial District. The Honorable Nancy J. Franchini, New Mexico 2nd Judicial District. And the Honorable Alicia Hadfield, New Mexico 2nd Judicial District. The Honorable William F. Lang, Pro Temp, New Mexico, 2nd Judicial District. And now we will begin the swearing-in ceremony. First, we have Stephen Michael Quezada, representing District 2, and he is accompanied by his wife, Charisse, his mother, Armida, and his 3 daughters, Renee, Reina, and Elisa.
Please place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Stephen Michael Quezada,
Having been elected to the office of Commissioner
having been elected to the office of Commissioner
in the County of Bernalillo,
in the County of Bernalillo,
State of New Mexico,
State of New Mexico,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the State of New Mexico,
of the State of New Mexico,
and faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of said office
discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to thank my mother, who gave me all the opportunities that I've had in my life, all the roads that I've taken. For those of you who know me, I've never taken the easy road, and I'm still not on that road. We like challenges, and we know that there's a lot of challenges ahead of us. And this is who I've always been. People know me as an actor on television or a comedian, but that's only half my life. That's only half of who I am. So I'm so excited to continue the other half, which is my community service and my passion for children and for the people who came from the barrio where I grew up. I feel that we're going to do a lot more great things for that community, and I'm honored to be sitting with the rest of the commissioners as we move forward and making the proper decisions when it comes to that particular community, and especially District 2. My wife, I'd like to thank very much, who is my backbone, and she's my support. And she was also crazy enough to do this with me. And my children, Annalisa, Renee, Reina, Leroy, Sequoia, and our baby grandbaby at the end there. And you can't see her, we're not letting you look at her. So we're excited to move forward and take on this challenge. I'm honored to serve as the county commissioner. I'm a little apprehensive of the stage because I think this is the first stage that ever made me look short, because it's built weird, right? We're excited to move forward. Thank you so much for coming and celebrating this day with me and my family, and we'll talk after. Thank you.
Congratulations, Commissioner Stephen Michael Quezada and his lovely family. Next, we have Commissioner Maggie Hart Stebbins, representing District 3. She was elected to a second full term in office, and she is accompanied by her husband, Eric.
Please repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Maggie Hart Stebbins,
having been elected to
having been elected to
the office of County Commissioner
the office of County Commissioner
in the County of Bernalillo,
in the County of Bernalillo,
State of New Mexico,
State of New Mexico,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the State of New Mexico,
of the State of New Mexico,
and faithfully and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of said office
of said office
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm going to hug you first.
Thank you, Judge Hadfield, and thank you, everyone, for being here today. It's kind of funny for me to be here celebrating my third swearing into the Bernalillo County Commission, because this is a job that I never thought I wanted. For more than 20 years, I had worked for other elected officials. I'd watched what they did, saw what they went through, and I swore that I would never do one of those jobs. I would never run for office. I would never give up my very happy life to do that. And then, 7.5 years ago, Governor Richardson offered me the opportunity to serve on the Bernalillo County Commission. He called me one morning in May of 2009, and he said, "You're getting sworn in today at noon, and your first meeting is tonight." So I really had about 3 seconds to decide whether this was something I wanted to do. Fortunately, Judge Lang was available on a moment's notice to swear me in. And so just like that, I was in a job I swore I would never do. And believe me, there have been many times when I have second-guessed that decision, and I'm sure that my husband and my kids have done the same. But looking back over the last 7 years, I realized that serving on the county commission has been just an amazing, remarkable experience. It's given me the opportunity to know my community in a way that I never did before. District 3 has been my home for more than 50 years. But I never before had the opportunity to meet so many amazing, committed individuals who are working hard to make Bernalillo County a beautiful place, the place where we want to stay and raise our children. I've gotten to know the people of District 3, many of whom struggle every day to provide for their families, who have no access to education or the health care they need, or job opportunities to help them get a better life. And over the last 7 years in this job, we have been able to change people's lives. Working with residents and community groups, my fellow commissioners, and our exceptional staff, we've done things. We've done good things for the people of this community. We've created jobs for people who are unemployed or were unemployed, by attracting outside employers like Lowe's, who brought 1,000 jobs, and by working to empower and support our small local businesses to help them succeed and grow. Through a partnership with New Mexico Appleseed and the City of Albuquerque, we're now providing over 30,000 nutritious, substantial after-school meals for children in this community who often go home to a house, to a kitchen where there is no food. That is the only food they will have that evening. Community schools. We are giving... Through our community schools partnership with the City of Albuquerque, APS, United Way, and the business community, our community schools partnership is giving at-risk students and their families the resources they need to succeed in school and life. When I joined the community school partnership, I think we had 0 community schools. Shortly after we had 4, now we have 23 serving the at-risk students of Bernalillo County. Through the Water Utility Authority, we've been able to address a 50-year-old problem, jet fuel, threatening our groundwater supply. And we've been able to protect our open spaces, our threatened open spaces. And I think most importantly, we had the courage to pass a new tax, which, as you all know, is political suicide for elected officials. But we did that to serve the people in our community living with mental illness and addiction, the most stigmatized, marginalized, underserved human beings in our community. And as we begin using that tax, to provide new services, we are changing people's lives. We are giving residents and their families the resources they need to get healthy and stay healthy, and in doing that, we give them a hope of a fulfilling life. And by doing that, we're also making this community safer. So I say, what a privilege it has been to have a hand in that work. There are people who live here who will never know us, but who will be better off because of the work we have done over the last several years. And I have to say, I'm really proud to have been a part of that. Early last year, I was privileged to attend a dinner where the University of New Mexico gave my father, Fred Hart, an award for his leadership and contributions to the field of legal education. And in giving him that award, it was said that he has been an agent of change, someone who can see a need, recognize a good idea, say yes to it, and then find the resources to make it work. And that example is one that I try hard to follow. And with the help and support of all of you here today, we have done some really good things in Bernalillo County. There's still a lot to do. After all this time, I still see things that we can do better. And as I said at my first swearing in 7 years ago, I promise to listen, I promise to learn, I promise to work hard, and I hope I have done that. I will continue to listen and learn, to continue to give this job the very best I have. And I want to close with a word of thanks to many people who are here in this room. First, my family, my brothers and sisters, who have been my closest supporters for at least 40 years, maybe, well, some of them much longer. To my parents, Fred and Joan Hart, whose lives of public service have served an inspiration, not just for me, but for the many hundreds and thousands of people who know them, whether they be students, children in the legal system who needed an advocate, refugees fleeing oppression, or law students in need of encouragement. My parents have provided great example and inspiration. And I want to thank my husband and my children for tolerating the campaigning, my busy schedule, all the impacts of my sometimes excessive focus on my work. They have very graciously accepted my role as a politician, even though it means I have less time for them, and that they have to take on all the work that I don't get to. My children give me a concrete reason to think about the future, about the world I will leave behind, and they constantly motivate me to think better, work harder, and do more. And I want to especially thank my wonderful husband, Eric, for his good influence and inspiration. He's been remarkably tolerant and supportive of my work at the county, and a reliable resource of innovation and good ideas. And finally, I want to thank all of our great county employees. Everything I have mentioned, and so much more, would not have been possible without you, without your thoughtful hard work and commitment to our community. And I look forward to the next 4 years on the County Commission under the great leadership of Julie Baca. You know, the last 12 months with Julie at the helm have given me so much optimism about what we can achieve over the next 4 years. So I'm really delighted to be a part of it. And again, just want to thank everybody who is here and who is not here for everything you've done. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Hart Stebbins, and congratulations to your family as well. Next, we have Commissioner Lonnie Talbert, who was elected to a second term as County Commissioner for District 4. He is accompanied by his wife, Robin Brule, and their 3 children, Michael, Emma, and Anna Grace.
Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me, please. I, Lonnie C. Talbert,
I, Lonnie C. Talbert,
having been elected to the office of Commissioner
having been elected to the office of Commissioner
in the County of Bernalillo,
in the County of Bernalillo,
State of New Mexico,
State of New Mexico,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the State of New Mexico,
of the State of New Mexico,
and faithfully and impartially
and faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of said office
discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Commissioner.
Thank you, Judge Baca. I was overwhelmed 4 years ago when I was honored to be elected to this position. Overwhelmed and grateful. The last 4 years have shown me so many great things in the world, but this last year has changed the stage for our family. This time 4 years ago, there were 2 other people on this stage with me, inclusive of my son who couldn't make it today, with my daughters and my wife, Ruthie and Steve Schwed. Steve left us first. Stroke took him from us. And then most recently, unfortunately, in February of 2016, a horrible act of violence took Ruthie. I didn't have them in my life long enough, but I had them in my life long enough to know that there is good in this world. And that's what I view, what I get to do when I come to work as a commissioner. There's good in this world from our county staff because on the night of February 8th, I got a phone call, which is a phone call no one should ever have to get. I immediately made a phone call to a gentleman who's here today. His name's Greg Rees. Under Sheriff Reeves, without hesitation, began the process of helping our family understand what had just happened to us. And for the next 14 hours, he spent time with Robin and I. He spent time with us at a time where he could have been doing anything else, away from his family. And as public officials, we're away from our family all the time. Greg will forever be in our family's heart and will forever be a friend of mine. What I've learned of these last 4 years is that family is the most important thing if you're going to serve as a public official. Because if you can't look over your shoulder and look at your beautiful wife and your beautiful daughters, and even a friend of one of your daughters who shows up to fill the feet filler for Michael, who's in Denver skiing, he got the best gig of all of this. Then what are you doing this for? Because as Commissioner Hart Stebbins, I want to leave it better. I want to leave it better for them. And I want to leave it better in honor of Ruthie and Steve. I want to thank Noelle Sauer, who joined me 4 years ago, and 4 years is still here. How, I don't know, but she is. Thank you for supporting me, and to Tyler Nunn, my other assistant who joined us this last year. And to the county staff, to Julie and her team, to Mark, Amanda, Carrie, Sheriff Gonzalez, all the deputy county managers who work tirelessly so that our job looks easy. And to my fellow commissioners that I've served the last 4 years with, Commissioner Johnson, Commissioner O'Malley, Commissioner Hart Stebbins, and someone now I can call friend, Commissioner De La Cruz. I thank them for their wisdom and guidance in helping the new guy. Well, funny thing happened 4 years later, I'm not the new guy anymore. I got elected again, and I'm very honored and proud of that. Robin, I love you, and I thank you. To have your daughter sing the national anthem at your swearing in, no words. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Anna Grace. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Talbert, and congratulations to you and your lovely family as well. Next, we are swearing in for the second time Clerk Linda Stover, who was elected to her first term as our county clerk. Clerk Stover is accompanied by her son and daughter-in-law, Drew and Monica Olmsted, and her grandson, who would say a pledge of allegiance, Samuel Drew Olmsted. She will be sworn in by Judge William F. Lang, Pro Tem, New Mexico 2nd Judicial District.
Please repeat after me. I, Linda Stover,
I, Linda Stover,
having been elected to the office of clerk
having been elected to the office of clerk
in the county of Bernalillo, state of New Mexico,
in the county of Bernalillo, state of New Mexico,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the state of New Mexico,
the Constitution and laws of the state of New Mexico,
and faithfully and impartially
and faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of said office
of said office
to the best of my ability.
to the very best of my ability.
You added a word.
I know.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year's. This has been such an emotional ride for me over the last year and a half. I cannot thank the people that are here to support me enough. I see so many close friends in the audience here. My mom, my best friend, is here, my son, his wife, and my grandson, who you all know as Sam. And I just cannot be more grateful. You know, the job of county clerk is a big job. It really, really is important that people understand the necessity to be able to vote, to be able to have free and open elections, and I hope to have a really, really big outreach program within the county of Bernalillo to where we can teach people and remind people of the dignity and the importance of voting. I and my 2 deputies had an opportunity to come in a little early this year, and Jamie and Christina and I have been here for about 3 weeks. And I want to take a shout out to the people at the county clerk's office. You've got a group of very dedicated, very smart individuals who have been very professional with us. They've opened their arms, they've welcomed us aboard. We've had such a nice transition, so I hope that that will continue for the other newbies that are here. You know, my dad told me years ago when I started into this little group of community service that a public servant really needed to be focused on what they were doing, believe in what they were doing, and be willing to give their whole heart, their whole soul, and their whole mind to the opportunity of helping people. And I promise you here today that I will show up every day and I will give you my very best. Thank you for being here.
Congratulations, Madam Clerk, and to you and your family. Deputy Clerk Christina Chavez was appointed as our Deputy County Clerk. Christina is now accompanied by Senator Michael Padilla, David and Tomas Martinez. She will be sworn in by County Clerk Linda Stover.
Repeat after me, please. There you go, the other one. Left hand, right hand up. There you go.
There we go.
I, Christina Chavez,
I, Christina Chavez,
having been appointed to the office of Deputy Clerk
having been appointed to the office of Deputy Clerk
in the county of Bernalillo,
in the county of Bernalillo,
state of New Mexico,
state of New Mexico,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the state of New Mexico,
the Constitution and laws of the state of New Mexico,
and faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of said office
and faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Welcome, Christina.
Thank you.
Deputy Clerk Jamie Diaz was appointed as the Deputy County Clerk, and I have known Jamie for many, many years, and I have great respect for him. Jamie is accompanied by his wife Melissa, daughter Marissa, sons Jared, Joey, and Joshua. He will be sworn in by our County Clerk.
I, Jamie J. Diaz,
I, Jamie J. Diaz,
having been appointed to the office of Deputy Clerk
having been appointed to the office of Deputy Clerk
in the County of Bernalillo,
in the County of Bernalillo,
State of New Mexico,
State of New Mexico,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the State of New Mexico,
the Constitution and laws of the State of New Mexico,
and faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of said office
and faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Welcome, Jamie.
Thank you, Linda.
Our treasurer, Nancy Marie Bearce, was elected to her first term as county treasurer. Nancy is accompanied by her husband, Charles Bennett. She will be sworn in by Judge Nancy J. Franchini of the New Mexico Second Judicial Court.
Please place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. I, Nancy M. Bearce,
I, Nancy M. Bearce,
having been elected to the office of treasurer
having been elected to the office of treasurer
in the county of Bernalillo,
in the county of Bernalillo,
state of New Mexico,
State of New Mexico,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the state of New Mexico,
of the State of New Mexico,
and faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of said office
discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The only bad thing about being in a theater is I can't see you all. I hear you and I feel you. So thank you for coming. Thank you. And I have some special members of my family here my brother Michael, and my sister-in-law, Gloria, if you wouldn't mind standing. I do come from a small family, and it's so important that they do attend. And of course, you have my husband, Charlie Bennett, here with me as well. And I do want to thank Judge Franchini for the swearing in. It means so much to me to be standing in front of you, having worked so long in this community since coming back to New Mexico. I really have enjoyed everything and look so forward to having your trust and your vote, having me as your treasurer for Bernalillo County. You really deserve a hand for yourself. Again, I never thought I would be standing here in front of you being an elected official. I was always much more comfortable in the background, working hard, making phone calls, going to public meetings, and having 2-minute speeches prepared in no time. This is a little bit different, but I thank you for all your support, all your encouragement over the past few years to get to this point. And I've said it before, I bring you transparency, I bring you accountability, because again, you deserve it. We all deserve it, and especially when it comes to talking about money. That's really, really important. We want all those programs to continue, and we want to innovate and bring new programs to Bernalillo County. And I hope I can be a good part of that for you, and I hope you will always, always look to calling me, to emailing me, and of course, you always know where I live, many of you. So please don't hesitate to come by and say hi. And in my new office, the same thing. So I look forward to working with you. Thank you again so much. You mean so much to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer Bearce, and congratulations to you and your husband and your family as well. And next we have our county manager again, Julie Morges-Baca.
Thank you, Commissioner De La Cruz. Just really quickly, I just wanted to, I've been here working as a county manager for 15 months, and I wanted to say that I appreciate so much the support of my 5 county commissioners. I've never felt so supported in a job, and I truly value your support, and I look forward to working with you, Commissioner Quezada. I know that we're going to be continue to do great things together. And just really quick, can all our county staff stand up? I just want everybody to know just the breadth of experience, knowledge that we have. I'm so proud, and I'm truly proud to work with each and every one of them. And I was wondering if Commissioner O'Malley and Commissioner Johnson could join me on stage real quick. So before we close, Commissioner De La Cruz, we'd like to present you with a plaque honoring your term as the 2016 chair of the Bernalillo County Board of Commissioners. You served, thank you. Commissioner, you serve the people in District 2 with pride and distinction. I have never seen a commissioner work so hard. Your heart has always been in everything you do and with your community, and I have been so proud to work with you these past probably the most of the time you've been here. So, and we just appreciate your public service, Commissioner. So thank you so much, Commissioner De La Cruz.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you to my colleagues on the commission. At the end of the day, this is an elected body that has to work very tirelessly for the benefit of our community. And I hope that at the end of the day, we have, in our time, my time is ending at this point, and we have a new commissioner, Commissioner Stephen Michael Quezada. But I hope that when our time is done, that we, as has been said, is a little better, our community is a little bit better for having served. And so I am truly humbled and honored. I, along with the newly elected officials and the ones that were reelected, I have to thank my wife, Annette. She has been there every step of the way. I love her dearly. She is the backbone of our family, Stephen. I know that Charisse is of yours. I don't know if it's a thing of District 2, but thank you, Annette. That's how we rolled in District 2. I would like to thank the following folks for their participation and support in today's ceremony and success. Judges Baca, Franchini, Hadfield, and Lang. Reverend Hammond. The Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department Honor Guard. And of course, our Sheriff, Manuel Gonzalez III. And I want to thank him again, Mark Chavez, the Executive Officer for the County Manager, and his committee for organizing this event. I told Mark's mom earlier that Mark truly has a gift, and he does. He is, here's the thing, you've heard, the devil's in the detail. Mark is Mr. Detail. Thank you, Mark. And a very special thank you to Myers Goodwin and the Highland Theater staff for the use of this beautiful facility. And of course, thanks to Brennan Reigler and the Albuquerque florist for the lovely plants that were provided for today's ceremony. And thank you to People's Flowers for the boutonnieres, our elected officials. Round of applause. On behalf of Bernalillo County, I wish you all a Happy New Year. Please join us for refreshments in the foyer and enjoy the music by Chris Candelario. Again, thank you. Congratulations, elected officials.